So, welcome to another market update. This one just came out 2 days ago. It's actually for the entire month of August 2024 for Sarasota and Manatee counties. This is our real estate market update for residential sales. Let's go over 5 key metrics that we do every single month when this comes out. So let's get right into it. Let's switch our screen and go into our first metric, which is total closed sales. Now, as you can tell, July had 1838 sales. August had 1680. Now, the main reason why we have less sales in August is because people that have children in school tend not to buy and sell houses while their kids are starting school. So we just have less sales. Also, it is not our season for tourism, snowbirds, and so on. So we just have less sales in August. That's usually the lowest month every single year. July is also kind of low. So we just basically went down. And that means a 8.6% decrease from month to month, which is absolutely significant. I think that this is an alarming number. We usually should not be dropping this much. We have been going down and down and down. Unfortunately, this is the third month in a row. And as I write here, we had in May 2338, then June had 1949, 1838, and right now we're at 1680. So as you can tell, just from May of 2338 to 1680 in August, that is significant. What do you think? Write a comment, please. Let's go into our second metric. And our second metric is the median sales price. This one is important because this shows us what are you going to get for your house, right? And this is just the median. This is not the average. So as you can tell here, July, Sarasota single family and Sarasota condos. Look at the difference. Price increase is absolutely insignificant, 1.1% for single family homes, and 5.8% decrease for the condos in Sarasota, and that is significant. I mean, the value of your condo might have just theoretically gone down 5.8%. No thanks. I don't want that. Manatee County barely had any changes, though, from 499 to 494, 1%. Once again, that is insignificant. And then the condos changed by like $990, which is even less than, 1%. So basically, I just wrote no change here. Now, these changes do make a difference when they compound over time, but thankfully with our pricing, we barely had any changes except for those Sarasota condos. So let's go into our next metric, which is the inventory months of supply. This is how many months of supply, if you were to list your home, are we in a buyer's market, in a seller's market? What's that looking like? And look at this, Sarasota surprisingly had a 4.8 and it went to 4.6. So if you're a seller, this is good for you. We have less competition on the market. And for the condos in Sarasota also went down. And this is kind of indicating that both of these are in a seller's market. Now, if you ask sellers, do they feel like it's a seller's market? They're going to say no, because it doesn't feel like one. Just a few years back, it felt like one, meaning everything that you listed sold immediately or within a week, maybe 2 at the most. But right now, things are just taking a little longer to sell, so it doesn't feel like one. But we are officially in a seller's market. For Manatee single family homes, Manatee County, it went to 3.9 from 3.9 to 3.9, still in a seller's market. And the condos actually increased just slightly. And this is kind of like an equilibrium market. It's not buyer's market, not seller's market. Anywhere between 5.5 months to 6 months is an equilibrium. And we like that because that's kind of fair for the buyers and the sellers, right? So let's go into our next metric, and that is the days listing to contract. How long will it take for your home to sell or go under contract, I should say, if you list today, and then if you have a house in single family home, I should say, in July, it would have been 52 days. And in August, it's 45 days. So that is a 15.6% decrease. Very, very significant. That's good. That means there's more people buying homes or less inventory on the market. Well, either way, it's probably less inventory on the market, by the way. But either way, this is a good thing if you're a seller and not as good if you're a buyer. For the Sarasota condos, though, it went from 67 days to 72 days, a 7.5% increase. And of course, we have all of our condo problems. We know about this. I have lots of videos on my YouTube channel about the problems that condos are facing, from the structural integrity study to the insurance being dropped everywhere to the reserve feasibility studies, and then all the other problems that I keep talking about. So check out my other videos if you're interested in knowing what's happening with condos in our state. Actually, it's in Florida. But Manatee County single family homes went from 100 days to 54 days. This is crazy. This is an unbelievable change. So, well, this looks like a 50% change. Sorry, this metric might be bad. But either way, it went down significantly, but it's still kind of a high number. Now, I remember that the month before, the single family homes, it had a drastic spike here to like whatever the month before was. So I think we just like resettled back down. People probably pulled a bunch of their listings, which made this number go down. Now, condos in Manatee County went from 77 to 104 days, which is a 30% increase. And that, once again, is very significant as an increase. Even having the triple digits just looks bad, right? So we know that condos are having problems. I just told you about it. We can see it in the evidence right here and right here that that condos in Manatee and Sarasota County are definitely going to take a lot longer than homes to sell, mostly because we have a lot more inventory, plus all these problems. Association fees have gone up. I mean, there's so many things. So lastly, let's go over our last metric, which I think is very important, and that's how many homes we actually have for sale, the total active listings at the end of the month. And so at the end of July, we had 8594. And then now in August, we had 8351. So we had a 2.9% decrease in active inventory. Now, does that mean that less people are willing to sell? Or does that mean that we had so many buyers that everything dropped? Well, here's the answer. If we just scroll up, we can see that we had less sales. So we didn't have all these buyers come and buy everything up. We basically have people pulling listings and people not listing, delaying listing. So things are decreasing. So that is our market update. My name is Maciek Zaremba. I'm with Fathom Realty. If you have any questions whatsoever, if you want to talk about real estate, anything at all, I'm glad to talk. Even if you are a realtor, I'd be glad to talk. I love talking shop, So give me a call, 941-888-SOLD.